Hello, YouTube. Twitch is popping now. I told you it was going to start popping. Heads is in here now. So what are you doing on YouTube watching this? Head on over to twitch.tv/the_paradigm_shift and come join the conversation. Shout out Ico Rules on Twitch, because at some point you're probably watching this, because that's what we talked that we were going to do. If you don't know who that is, go check them out. We are growing, and I told you, when I get more than like a certain group of people, we all growing up. We all coming up together. I'm not one of them dudes that's gonna be like, oh, I got 40,000 people, I'm self-made, I can't, like, nah, this person, I told you, that's what we doing. It's all love. This shit is different. I'm changing Twitch forever, and you should come find out why. Anyway, if you are a fan of mine at this point, which would be really weird because I don't think about myself as somebody who has people who are like interested in my content to the point that you just watch me, you will in fact know that I was on the Hippy Dippy Roundtable at one point, and I was there with somebody named Cam Higby. Now, I've talked about certain conservatives that exist within the realm of my world and how I view like cool dudes versus like really weird like people. And the dichotomy seems to always be that I can tell when a conservative is kind of like a decent person outside of their persona for what they're presenting for online. Whew, that was a lot of words. And the style of said person when they're not professing their opinions online, i.e. their character. I am all for an antagonist, trust me. Twitch politics would be super boring, even though I'm here now, so it's not, if we didn't have antagonists. But there are real world problems that we can be mad about 24/7 and never get to a solution to, and have discourse and topics on that could actually lead to some positive change, at least in the way people think, i.e. a paradigm shift. Yes, I've been waiting for that joke for like 20 fucking hours. Anyway. Half-baked takes are somebody that I consider a conservative that I might not agree with on anything, but is a cool dude. Like, you're not dumb. You're not treating me like I'm stupid. There are premises that you won't touch because you don't look at people like morons. Like, thank you. CTV, weird opinions, great dude. I can separate the two. He won't go as far. It might have a little, like, but he's not like outwardly like, you know, I'm not stupid. Here's me getting ready to turn up because sometimes I really be thinking to myself, I'm being too rash on people. I haven't done one of these in a while. We've been talking real shit. That was season 2. You know, I'm not directing my point of reference. Anyway, y'all watching this for the fucking story. You're not watching this to hear my diatribe on what the fuck I think. Wait, no, you are. Anyway, there are some people in communities that treat you dumb. And when I say dumb, you want evidence. You want to be able to build up these case studies for defending what you believe is the correct action towards a group of people. Why do you do this? Why do you do this? Because you ignore the real world implications of what you're trying to say to just say, ah ha ha ha, I proved you wrong. And I love you, you know, for what you got, your space, you know, you do your thing, you rock out. But what you're not going to do is come into contact with me and pretend like I'm going to play along with this fucking game. I make it as a joke. I'm going to be the next king of Twitch. Like, there's a reason why. There's a message that needs to be said. And if you're going to play the fucking villain, at least treat me with a little integrity as you try to play the villain. Because I don't write dumb characters with dumb motives into my stories. And you're not about to be a part of my story and act like dumb, like I'm stupid. Anyway. Case study. This is actually terrifying. Justin Trudeau's SQ, Quebec, let me not fuck up these words. Quebec Provincial Police Service. Why am I pronouncing my P's so heavily? This is a lesson for you kids. Don't smoke weed. Officers removed their identifying names and badge numbers from their uniforms in Ottawa. So, like, I don't think this is a cool fucking thing. He said this is actually terrifying. Okay, forget the fact that the source is Ian Miles Chong. Like, already I'm at odds with you, but like you're sharing shit from people that are known to like pump out misinformation. This isn't misinformation, this is a literal recording. I could be wrong, this could be like not what's happening at all, but it clearly looks like it looked a little familiar to me, is what I thought. Wait a minute, I've seen that before. You know what's crazy? When they did this in the US, some people said we deserved it, i.e. Black Lives Matter. Now let's do some quote unquote research. Some police have appeared to cover their badges with black bands at protests. Police say it is to mourn fallen officers. Advocates say it is to hide misconduct. Now, remember that I am coming with the evidence to you of literal videos of people getting snatched up off the street by people wearing the mourning bands. Do you think that if they have the capability to go en masse in the streets of New York and actually do the shit that we saw them do, i.e. driving cars through protesters and fucking like, gating them in to a certain section of town so they can say that they broke curfew and they get their fucking arms broken. Like, people have told you these stories about police doing this shit with their badge numbers showing. The George Floyd badge numbers showing. Eric Gardner badge numbers showing. Trayvon Martin, we know the man's face. Okay, I'm going too far off the rails here, right? It's not an impossibility for me to say that they could take this same example right here and use that as a cover-up to hide their badges when they're doing bad shit. Yeah, we'll get them on video, but like, if a police officer wants to, hey, stop, you're resisting arrest, hey, stop. And you're like, what? What am I supposed to do? Follow the law? You shouldn't have been out there. We're watching protesters get their skulls cracked. That mother was crying when the Moms Unite Against You Moms for BLM thing. They shouldn't have been out there to protest. Who brings their child to a BLM protest? Police officers in Seattle and New York City have been seen with their badge numbers covered as they respond to protests over the police killing of George Floyd. The National Lawyers Guild New York City chapter sent a letter to the New York Police Department saying that the nonprofit would sue to make officers uncover their badges. They allege that this is a way for officers to violate demonstrators' rights without consequence. An NYP spokesperson said that officers were wearing mourning bands to honor the officers who have died from COVID-19. Your fault. And that they may have fallen at the top of the badge, that may have fallen from the top of the badge to cover their badge numbers. She said it's a violation to intentionally cover the number. They don't give a fuck about violations. See, this is at the point where I'm talking about systemic things that I can witness with my own eyes. It is like, you know that the cops in this country are on a power trip. Like, we could spend hours just on my take alone just to see, but like, don't treat me like I'm fucking stupid. So. Here comes the other side of the conversation. And I just was on a panel where I explained how much I hate this shit. Show me when, where officers en masse were ordered to remove all identifying uniform traits and stood in opposition of protesters in the United States. Do I look like I'm fucking laughing? It's like at that point, bro, say less, I'm gonna get in that ass. Say less. Yeah, okay, you wanna go with the show me the numbers copy. Show me the numbers for this extremely specific thing that you want. Okay, so show me when and where officers en masse were ordered to remove all identifying uniform traits. This will, you know why this is bullshit as a response to me? Do you know why? This is the whole point of what I'm talking about, and that's the point of this segment. The fucking idiocy of asking for specifics when you want to discuss something that should be like something you're opposed to and or whatever. Remove all identifying uniform traits. You're trying to slide in the idea of me saying that plainclothes officers don't exist. See, you don't know what detectives be doing in Fordham. I just spent another panel talking about my experience in Fordham and how I got locked up by a DT plainclothes just ran up on me for something that I didn't do. Like, that's not a one-off story. That's what happens here. Like, that's what I mean about the difference between anecdotes and, like, empathy. Like, no, I'm not telling you, oh, a couple of my brothers got locked up one time and I think all cops are stupid because of that, or I hate all cops. It's like, that's the thing. That there is no other. That is the thing. That's our normal. Oh, let's go back to a pre-pandemic normal. Like, motherfuckers was living a really bad normal. Are you sure you want to do that right now? Are you really ready for that? But anyway, that's off point. So I could play semantics and say, I see you're specifically trying to get me to talk about something very, very narrow. But instead, I took the good faith side. I made a joke. I keep forgetting you're Canadian. But like the unmarked vans, the arrested random, surely you're not asking me to provide anything that isn't obvious, right? The thing we just read. The thing we just read. The thing we just read. Okay, first of all, I'm not Canadian. All right, bro, don't have a sense of humor then. I'll just go fuck off into the sunset. All right, like, that's why there's an American flag in my username. Context clues. You're okay. Now that might, I'm not even gonna read the rest of it real quick. Are you seeing my what's triggering me? Are you getting that? Is that you claim to have 1.5 million followers on TikTok, which we're about to check. He probably does. And you're treating me like I'm dumb. You're treating me like I wasn't on a panel with you where we talked about you and where you live. Like, you that wasn't just talking about January 6th with me. Like, come on, yo. Come on, don't. And that's what I mean about being the guy. Like, I'm the father of Twitch, because you're not that. You gotta, if you're gonna, okay, quote me on this one. If you're gonna fuck me, do it with a little etiquette. Don't just straight up like steal from me. Like, you know, help me look for it. At least play the game where I feel like I'm being I'm being taken at face value for a good person. Don't do this shit to me where you're gonna sit there and pick up a deep topic and then act like everything's black and white. Because I'm getting that ass. Like, I'm gonna say that again. I'm gonna get, like, if all lives matter, if all lives motherfucking matter, then you would understand the fucking joke. Take him out to dinner, baby. Take me out to dinner. Next, did you do any research? I was there. There, like, that's what I mean. Like, you know that. I'm showing you the video. I was there. I was fucking there. Like, bro, you know I was there. You know I was there. That's a morning band worn by officers when someone has fallen in their ranks. It literally explains this in the article you cited, which means you didn't read the article I cite. You know, I feel like I wasn't being charitable when he tweeted this. I feel like I wasn't being charitable because in my brain of brains, I would have said to myself, there's no way that you don't see how that could be used maliciously unless you were willingly blinding yourself to what the second thing in the article fucking said. So he read the third summary of it, scrolled down to the third summary of it, and then is going to fucking claim in the very next second. Again, in the article you cited, you can literally see that officers are wearing nameplates in the cover image. The band is also clearly over the city's police insignia, not their badge number. I'm going to repeat again. Officers are wearing mourning bands to honor the officers who have died from COVID-19 and that they may have fallen from the top of the badge to cover their badge numbers. Let's go to the Twitter itself. New Yorkers may begin to see our officers with the black mourning bands across their hearts. We wear these in quiet commemoration of our 27 brothers and sisters we lost to COVID. Another way to honor our vow to never forget. First of all, don't use that shit because you know what that's about. They're trying to tie themselves to 9/11. Cool, whatever. Or, you know, just to cover the number, do you think people are that brain dead? Go deeper into the thread. Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my God. Stop fucking lying. When people turning off their body cameras to incorrect commemoration of those who lost in suicide. We should have the eyes of civilians to pay respects to those that have lost their lives in war. We murder unarmed African Americans to remember our beloved civil rights leaders. Fucking bars, bro. That's what I mean. Don't make me go into the article to show you exactly the reaction people are having. After police, with their names and their badges obscured, contained and then pepper sprayed a crowd of protesters at the 1999 World Trade Organization meeting in Seattle, an ordinance was passed to require police officers to have their first initial and last name visible on their badge at all times. It says nothing about the badge number, and the Seattle thing was the whole point of this fucking article. So now I'm going nuts. Now I'm going crazy because I feel like I'm being dick. Now that I'm not on my phone. This goes deeper into it, that there's some states that don't have police officers need to identify themselves. Again, literally in the cover image used by Insider, you can see that their badge numbers are exposed and their nameplates are equipped. The fucking thumbnail is really going to show the investigative journalism that we're trying to talk about with an accusation that we already can't prove. We can only just witness it when it happens. You can't be this fucking dumb. You can't be this, but you know what? Article explains their mourning bands and that they think some officers may have worn them improperly. You'd know this if you'd read. Which leads me to the first ending point of this segment. I'm not stupid. I know I'm new here and I'm growing, but like I do this. You wouldn't know that I was growing. You feel like I would already have 100 people up in here. Like you don't know. Like we could really talk about shit. I could really solve problems for the country. You're not catching me. And like I said in the panel I was just in, you're not finna catch me lacking. Like the Glock is stay tucked. Like I got the quick draw perk. Like what's up? What you want to do? Anyway, so I can't just make a segment on somebody and talk about one fucking Twitter thread. I could do a dissertation and go down the entire Twitter thread, but let's go to the source. Real Cam Higby. 464,000 followers, 5.9 million likes. Let's go through some of his content and see, or it looks like this is, he must have got his page ripped at some point. Let's see what he got. Someone
who thinks that Justin Trudeau and the Canadian government are good guys, direct them to this thread on my Twitter. I'm going to link it in my bio. It contains every instance of abuse and...
Oh, okay. I'm already, I'm already going to talk about this. The truckers in Canada are causing billions of dollars in damage, and you're now saying that Justin Trudeau is an enemy of the state for the way he treats, or he's treating the protesters at this point. Because come on, let's be honest about what this fucking thing is about. It's the fact that a bunch of people own capital and just realize their fucking worth. So of course they're going to get struck down with, my name is the law, and I will strike down upon thee with righteous. And you will know that my name is the Lord. when I lay my vengeance upon thee. I fucked up. And I will strike down upon thee with great vengeance and furious anger. Okay, I thought it was that. Anyway, again, this goes back to what I talked about with me talking about a simple selection of BLM and the protest abuse that we had. You was a fan of Trump during that and him doing it, but another country does it and you want to criticize? No need for me to watch the rest of this.
May have more explaining to do. The new questions stem from taped remarks of Biden during an April campaign appearance in New Hampshire.
I went to law school on a full academic scholarship, the only one in my class to have a full academic scholarship. Went back to law school and in fact ended up in the top half of my class. I was the outstanding student in the political science department at the end of my year. I graduated with 3 degrees from undergraduate school and 165 credits, only needed 123 credits.
Biden now concedes he did not graduate in the top half of his law school class, that he does not have 3 degrees from college, and that he was not named outstanding political science student in college.
Newsweek says Biden actually went to school on a half scholarship, ended up near the bottom of his class, and won only 1 degree, not 3.
Joe Biden ranked 76th in a class of 85 at the University of Syracuse Law School.
Biden may have
Okay, so Biden does what everybody does with their references on their resume. He still beat Donald Trump, which hasn't achieved anything because he was a fucking liar. Obama was a fucking liar. Presidents just fucking lie, bro. Like, what? Oh my God. And even said Biden admitted, like, as if he ran from the truth. That's what I mean. Don't treat me fucking stupid, bro. Don't this energy at max shit. Like I will gut you.
Go grab your stuff in the red zone right now. If you don't leave right now, you will be arrested. Do you understand me?
I can't go for a coffee.
Grab your stuff. Because if we see you, we'll be patrolling all day. We see you again, it'll be different.
Leave. I'm telling you. Take your camera and get out of here. Do you understand that? I'm walking away. Walk away. Your phone doesn't need to be in our face when you're walking away. Go. Are you gonna walk or are you gonna get arrested?
I was
Go.
walking
now.
away.
Get out of here.
Edmonton police said a woman was the victim of a hate-motivated attack last week in Edmonton where she was yelled at and her vehicle damaged outside a coffee shop near. Police said the 59 was leaving the shop and an old man, is it Brian, was, no, this isn't it. Okay, Miami Standard, sick. Ottawa police assault woman for trying to buy a cup of coffee. Threaten to smash cafe windows. All right, let's... Oh my God, why can't I find just one non-fucking charged article? What was it? What day was this uploaded? Look at me doing this fucking thing like right now, just to show y'all like I'm being business. Okay, so that means that.
Can actually see what's about to happen here.
Okay, so this is definitely the same thing. I can't hear shit.
Wednesday, Saturday, Sunday, and a holiday.
But they can do it during the.
Why is your audio so garbage?
They say I have a. Says he's a bylaw officer.
Okay, so Ottawa police are bugging. Is that what I'm getting at? Okay.
Guys, make sure to go drop a follow on Twitter. I know that censorship is an issue there, but that's...
Oh my God! It's too easy. It's too easy. You almost had me. All you had to do was talk about shit I didn't know. That's all you had to do. That's all you had to do. Censorship is an issue on Twitter. Okay, I'm gonna pretend. I'm not even gonna fucking pretend to y'all right now. Not even gonna fucking like lie to you. Yo, censorship is... Just don't say like weird racist shit. How about that? Censorship on Twitter.
All the more reason to keep fighting. On Twitter...
Yeah, they censor me, so we gotta show them that I can get a bunch of followers to really shove it in their faces.
We've been giving constant updates on the Ukraine situation, the Canada situation, and essentially any other situation that's in the news. The link to my Twitter is in my...
I'm dead weight from this point on, guys, okay? I'm dead weight.
Yeah, Canada, welcome to U.S.
Hi, folks.
I'm down here with one of the officers in Ottawa. How has it been?
It's been good, man. Peaceful. People are in a great mood.
That's what I'm talking about.
Always supportive of people exercising their democratic right to peacefully protest.
Much appreciated. Thank you. I'm down here with one of the officers in Ottawa.
Because Putin knows if I am president of the United States, his days of tyranny and trying to intimidate the United States and those in Eastern Europe.
Yesterday was the 2-year anniversary of this hilarious tweet. Joe Biden claimed that Vladimir Putin didn't want him to be president. Why? Well, because Joe Biden is the only politician in America willing to go toe-to-toe with a Russian president. Well, Joe, how many toes do you have left? Also yesterday, Vladimir Putin indicated that he's no longer willing to negotiate with the West to find a diplomatic solution. Joe, you're not a good negotiator and you're not intimidating. Make sure to drop a follow on Twitter to...
As if Trump would have done any better! Are you getting where this guy's coming from?
This is what I find alarming. Trudeau and other politicians, members of parliament, are openly calling protesters Nazis while defending expansions of the Federal Emergencies Act, which bear...
Because they're fucking Nazis! Oh my God!
The Republic will be reorganized.
Canadian politicians are claiming that honk...
Bro, you just talk about Canada!
Honk is a dog whistle for Hail Hitler. After an expansion of emergency, the Canadian province of Alberta is suing the federal government over their abuse of the Federal Emergencies Act.
Like, bro, why are you why are you staring into the camera like this? This shit is creepy. You looking palm tree-ish. It's too much. There's too many problems. This is not engaging content. This is like toxic individuality.
Take a look at what their premier Jason Kenney had to say.
The federal government's invocation of the Emergencies Act.
Bro,
so a Virginia school board member was confronted at a meeting with photos of herself maskless. A parent displayed them during her time to speak. The school board member promptly asked the police to remove the parent from the building before another board member interjected, advocating that the parent be allowed to exercise her First Amendment right. A heated exchange ensued between the two board members before the one, caught in her own hypocrisy, stormed out of the building herself, like a child, throwing a temper tantrum. While I've got you guys here, make sure to drop... So Chelsea Clinton is so woke.
I'm from Iran, and...
Our Canadian brothers and sisters, just like us, have the right to protest and mostly have the right to free speech, with the exception of hate speech. Anyway...
Tell me you think the Canadian people have the same fucking Bill of Rights that we do. Please tell me that's what you think. It's too easy. That's what I mean. That's what I'm trying to point out. If you haven't gotten the point of this video at this point, as I'm trying to point out, it's like you're softballing the most egregious takes. Like skipping all the nuance of the people who are actually there and the thing that they're actually doing to make the point that, look, this is the government overreaching again. And it's like, how about you give like people the actual story on what's happening here?
Their leaders are completely disregarding the documents in which these rights are derived from. They don't care. They've made it illegal for truck driving protesters to honk their horns in the city of Ottawa. They've made it illegal for individuals to bring
For nearly 2 weeks, Canadian truckers have been protesting a new rule that requires them to be fully vaccinated against COVID-19 or face a 2-week quarantine in their homes after they return across the U.S.-Canadian border. Others have joined the rally against mask mandates, lockdowns, restrictions on gathering, and other COVID-19 preventative efforts in the country. So already, you're fucking stupid. Already, you're fucking stupid. Some protests have been loud, so annoyingly loud that a lawsuit is demanding an end to the deafening honking unleashed by the truckers in downtown Ottawa, Canada's capital, where residents have endured the near constant noise in their homes. Zed Lee sued to demand an end to the deafening beeping. Sound levels from the air at train horns are dangerous and cause permanent damage to the human ear and cause significant mental distress, suffering, and torment. To be honest with you, if you like, horns over here are crazy, and that's just New York City, so I expect noise. Ontario's Superior Court Justice Hugh McLean on Monday issued a 10-day injunction that prevents demonstrating truckers on downtown Ottawa streets from using air or train horns. A hearing is set for next Wednesday. This was posted on February 9th, updated on, and it said it was updated. So we don't even know if it's passed. Trudeau on Monday acknowledged protesters had a right to voice their concerns, but said residents do not deserve to be harassed in their own neighborhoods. So that's misinformation. See what I mean? Take me 5 seconds to go look up exactly what you're talking about. Judge bans honking from truckers in downtown Ottawa. Oh, what was the reason?
In the city of Ottawa, they've made it illegal for individuals to bring gasoline and food to protesters. They've even begun seizing, stealing gasoline from truckers at gunpoint.
Omar, tonight police moved in on a camp set up by protesters and began seizing the fuel they've been using to keep their trucks running for the past 10 days. At the encampment about 4 kilometers from Parliament Hill, police with rifles and body armor stood watch as firefighters hauled off jerry cans of diesel and gasoline.
Anyone who shows support for these enemies of the government are abused and have their
have their what?
Civil rights violated.
But then when we talk about what about this? Hey, yo, first of all, what we not finna do, come on. I understand, but come on, man. Anyway, but when we talked about the old dude here getting pushed, everybody was like, he shouldn't have been there. He's too old.
Hey, what are you doing? Hey, that's assault. I've got it all on video. Yeah, he failed to ID.
Exactly like the U.S. Freedom of speech, unless that speech is conservative. I love that. You both have this goal that you could pull off January 6th the way you did and still say, like, free speech from conservatives isn't bad. Like, who the fuck is calling me now? Why is someone calling me? What? Anyway.
Hey, you're back. Stop.
We have a serious issue. More than 70 episodes of the Joe Rogan Experience have been deleted from Spotify. It doesn't matter if that's under the orders of Joe Rogan or Spotify. The fact is that it happened. And inside...
But you just fucking said. It don't, oh my, it's too easy. You're killing me. You're smoking me here. Like,
Insider reported that many of the episodes deleted featured right-wing political commentators. Joe Rogan brings people on his show who have opinions that are not mainstream. He wants to hear what they have to say. This whole controversy sparked when he brought
all right. You could tell, like, why. Oh, there's the rest of his videos.
Patwin Elementary School in California requires its students to eat outside due to COVID-19. That actually sounds really nice. I was overjoyed at any opportunity I got to go outside during school. But then the forecast called for downpours. The district notified parents that this might complicate things. They told parents to send their children to school with raincoats. and eat soggy meals with absolutely no regard for the health of the students. It took an absolute uproar from parents for the school to finally cave, change their policy, and allow students to dine indoors. Pat went elementary school in California with absolutely no regard for the health of the students. It took an absolute uproar from parents for the school to finally cave, change their policy, and allow students to dine indoors.
So the thing got changed? Democracy won?
I don't think I will ever understand why conservatives have such a beef with Juneteenth, and I'm a conservative myself. Here's the thing, you claim to be pro-small government, you claim to be pro-liberty, and I'm right there with you, but you don't support Juneteenth? Slaves in Galveston, Texas were among the last to be notified by Union troops commanded by the first Republican president in U.S. history that they were free men. This was a triumph for American freedom. You're more than happy to celebrate Independence Day on July 4th, but you don't want to celebrate other times where Americans were freed from the literal chains of oppression? Are you kidding me? I don't think I will ever.
What? Hold on, guys. Give me 1 second. I am 100% in the middle of something that's better be super important. What? I'm not. I'm in the middle of it. What do you want? Guys, I gotta get the fuck out of this house. I can't believe I was just asked that. I can't believe I was just asked that. You're fucking kidding me. You're fucking kidding me. You're fucking kidding me.
The phone with Harry, typical Democrat, he called me very upset that in my last video I did not include his argument for not allowing unvaccinated people to get transplants. So let's hear what he had to say.
Transplant patients who have contracted COVID-19, the mortality rate ranges from about 20% to more than 30%. This shows the extreme risk that COVID-19 poses to transplant recipients after their surgery.
You didn't specify what type of transplant you were talking about, and you also didn't show that the mortality rate is higher for people who get COVID-19 after the procedure. Let's assume that the mortality rate is 20% for people who get COVID-19 after a kidney transplant. Okay, well, the survivability rate for people who get kidney transplants without...
Bro, why do people do that?
Overthrowing 230 years of democracy to a handful of people that looted a Target last year, you're not really that much of a patriot.
The reason that people compare this to the BLM riots is because there are similarities.
Cam, you didn't think I was this stupid, did you? For those...
And there it is, and there it fucking is. And there it fucking is, yo. Yo, that's what I be saying. Like, oh my God, we're 40 minutes in, and it's like, damn, bro. Damn.
Those of you that don't know, I had a Kyle Rittenhouse debate with Cam a couple of months ago. And during that debate, the idea of crypto-fascism came up. Crypto-fascism meaning people promoting right-wing authoritarian type traits, but in a more palatable way. And one of the things I know for a fact we talked about was January 6th. But we didn't just talk about it once, we talked about it multiple times over the 2.5 hours. Specifically pointing out that crypto-fascism is doing things like saying, oh, January 6th, well, what about the BLM protests? I am positive we had that discussion. In fact, so positive, I went over to your Twitch looking for the video. And what do you know? These two debates are here, both about Kyle Rittenhouse, but mine's not. Mine's not over there, Cam. And then I went over to your YouTube. Where's it at, Cam? Where's it at? Those two previous debates happened within a day of mine. And I know for a fact mine was up there because I went looking for the video about a week after our debate. But yet here you are 2 months later doing what you said you would never do. Prove me wrong, Cam. Prove you didn't say those things.
Ooh, It's spicy.
Be a better white person.
Hi, welcome to episode 1 of How to Be a Better Black Person. Now,
Whoa! Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my fucking God. Oh my God. Count me, please. Please. You pressed record and thought about that.
Episode 1 of How to Be a Better White Person.
hi, welcome to episode 1 of How to Be a Better Black Person. Now, imagine if I were to have actually gone there. I'm not going.
But you did. Why do people say the thing and then be like, imagine if I said that? But you just did.
Because I don't think being a good person is race specific, but apparently you do, which is honestly pitiful.
Mayo monkey, untitled document, colonizer. These are not slurs. They're not slurs, okay? So relax. You are not oppressed for being white.
A slur is literally just an insinuation or
and there's where I'm gonna cut it off, because that's the perfect the ending to this. I don't like specifics when you're talking to people about personal experiences or the effects of politics in their daily lives. Statistics don't work for that shit. We are human beings who face real harassment. We're not statistics. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna end this on the Funk Master Flex. Study it real hard before you come up here. Study it real hard, because after this, it only gets better. If you like this, please do me a favor, hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that bell to stay notified. I'm live on Twitch. Hit the links in the description down below. Follow me, do the thing.